All right, we got some more terrible takes from streamers. And you know I love to respond to them because it's free views for me. And this one is coming from a Call of Duty legend, Mr. Scump, who claims Battlefield 6 is dead. Let's hear what he has to say. The Scumpster.
I mean, here's the thing with Battlefield 6, and I was saying it. It's like they needed to have more like of a replayability factor. They needed to have cooler shit to unlock. They needed just... I mean, they do have their competitive thing coming out, which could be cool, but it's... I feel like they just kind of fucked up.
I think what sucks about these large Call of Duty content creators is they don't understand, like, these guys suffer from arrested development. If you know what I'm talking about, it's also referred to as Peter Pan complex. It's like the moment they blew up is like when they stopped mentally evolving, because he just cannot wrap his brain around why somebody would play Battlefield. First of all, Battlefield 6 is not dead, and I have the numbers for that. But they can't wrap their brain around why somebody would think Battlefield 6 is fun. Now, somebody who plays it right now, I was on it last night grinding some weapons, and we've been on ResSec a lot as well on stream. The reason we play it is we just play it for fun. It's not about unlocking Nicki Minaj skins and bacon skins and all this other goofy shit. It's literally we just play the game and get off. It's fun. It's really that simple. It doesn't have to be any deeper. It hurts my heart that I have to explain this because this is supposed to be the foundation of gaming. A lot of people who play Battlefield, they just want to get on the game, have fun, get off, unlock a few weapons and all this other stuff. Yeah, it's a chill ass game. And also, I think the reason a lot of people don't care about all the extra stuff being able to unlock it, like constantly feeling like you're achieving something, is because what I think that Battlefield 6 did better than Call of Duty this year is they appeased the core fan base with its core mechanics. Battlefield 6 is the best shooter of the year because simply it just feels good. The guns just feel, ooh, like when we played that beta, I was like, ooh, this feel like Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4 type shit. Like this feels good versus Call of Duty. Call of Duty doesn't know what it wants to be. It doesn't know if it wants to be some type of sci-fi action story. You got wall running. You got fucking Snoop Dogg and Logic. Like I don't want to boot up Call of Duty and get stabbed in the back by Logic, and then this nigga's yelling at me, I don't know if I'm black or white. Like, that shit is annoying. So it's really that simple. I don't understand why they don't understand this, but I'm gonna keep letting it rock.
But that's the thing. It doesn't have that many viewers on Twitch, but it has a fuck ton of actual players.
So he just contradicted himself, and I was about to bring that up. He says that Battlefield 6 is dead because, and his explanation is because it doesn't have a lot of Twitch viewers, but then he admits a lot of people are still playing the game. You just contradicted yourself. That means the game is not dead. It means it's not necessarily a game that's popular on Twitch, but it's still a game that people are playing and enjoying, and it's because the people who play Battlefield just play it to have fun. You literally contradicted yourself in the span of 5 seconds. This is why I said, like, a lot of these dudes got arrested development. I don't know. And like, we could pull up the numbers too. Let's see, Battlefield 6, Steam DB. Let's see, not again with the Twitch viewers right now. Fucking oh man. Right now it's averaging 142,000 on Steam alone. Peak in the last 24 hours is 177,000. And this is a game that's been out for 2 months now. That's good. It has a strong core fan base. And keep in mind, this is just the PC version. So if we add console in there, I'd say it's probably 250 to 500,000 people playing every night. This game has a strong community. You have to understand, when it peaks at 700,000 2 months ago, there's nowhere to go but down. That's usually how things work. But I mean, if we take a look at Call of Duty, let's see. Take a look at Call of Duty, there's only 50,000 people playing. So you're calling Battlefield 6 dead because not a lot of people are watching it on Twitch, but there's a shit ton of people playing it. But then we don't call Call of Duty dead, and it's only 50,000 people playing, 60,000 at the peak of the last 24 hours. Mind you, this game just came out last week. If you add the console version in, mind you, this is the peak, by the way. If you add the console version in, maybe it's 100,000, 150, maybe 200,000. Like, that's crazy. The game just came out. So you got to keep in mind, this is the peak. It's going to go down 2-3 months from now. And those combined numbers for Warzone. Yeah, and these are combined numbers. And I can't wrap my brain around, why do you keep bringing up Twitch views? And this is why I said, y'all got to stop listening to these people. One thing about me is I am very consistent to my own detriment. I play games that I enjoy. I don't give a fuck if it gets viewership or not. I appreciate anybody who shows up, but these people play and judge games based off of how much viewership and how many clips they have, and they don't understand it affects their brain and the things that are coming out of their goddamn mouth. What you're saying has nothing to do with the greater industry. And the worst part is, and I've been saying this for years, these people have incredibly large platforms and they're shaping the meta of these games when they shouldn't have any opinion on anything because y'all don't be playing nothing.
So it's like, I'm sure they're very happy with it. Viewers don't mean shit, 100%. If people are playing the game,
every time a sub returns, Sabretooth
don't
returns
matter.
to mash my meat into oblivion.
Yeah, I feel like they could have done a better job trying to retain some of the COD audience.
And there we have it, the COD bias. What it comes down to is he feels like they didn't do enough to appease him. But the reality is, and I don't know if y'all noticed, man, COD players are just miserable these days. And it's maybe because the game is not in a great state. What the point you're missing is they made the Battlefield community happy. Battlefield fans are playing it. And if you want to come over and enjoy the game, that's fine. But enjoy it for what it is. But to get on stream and be like, I think they could have did more to appease the Call of Duty audience. That's like saying, oh, I think Burger King should do more to appease the Taco Bell audience. It's not the same audience. Sometimes they intertwine, but it's not the same thing. It's simple. Just say the game ain't for you. I don't understand why people can't just say the game is not for you. Everything revolves around Call of Duty for them, and I don't know why. Y'all don't even enjoy the game that y'all play. He playing Nuketown, the same map. Right, and then he loads in the Nuketown. You've been playing this game, this map for 20 years now. Shout out to Shadow Play with the sub. So respectfully, I disagree. It's crazy to me that he contradicted himself all throughout this clip, saying that it needed more of a replayability factor to appeal more to COD fans. It doesn't. Because friendly reminder, Battlefield is the best-selling game of this year. Battlefield best-selling game. Yeah, there we go. Battlefield 6 is 2025's best-selling game and had the biggest launch month in terms of revenue of any game in the last 3 years. Like, how entitled and just out of touch do you have to be to sit on your stream and say, they need to do more to appeal to Call of Duty players? Well, they didn't appeal to the Call of Duty players, and they still outsold Call of Duty. What are we talking about here? Man. What are we talking about here? So that's my response to that one. COD lost his transparency. Good day. Nature is healing, man. Nature is healing, bro. Yeah, there's the numbers right there. Like, Battlefield is still in the top 4 most played games on Steam. Only above it is Arc Raiders, Dota 2, and Counter-Strike 2. People are playing this game, man. I can attest to it. I've been on it. I do not have a problem finding the game. Y'all need to worry about them sneaking that skill-based matchmaking back into Black Ops 7, because I've seen the videos. The Call of Duty community is in shambles right now because a lot of people are accusing them of sneaking skill-based matchmaking back into the game because people are saying the lobbies are just sweatier than ever. They said the first few days it was great, but there's a conspiracy going on. The first few days the games were great because there was no skill-based matchmaking, but people have noticed the lobbies have gotten so goddamn sweaty, they think they put it back in the game, and the reason being is because the sales have been very poor for Black Ops 7. So the conspiracy is Activision is panicking, and they're now putting skill-based matchmaking, they're sneaking it back into the game. They even changed the wording on the playlist to how they word whether or not there's skill-based matchmaking in it. And that's fucking funny. Because, friendly reminder, the reason skill-based matchmaking is in a game is not to make your life miserable. It's because studies have shown that it retains higher player retention, meaning people stay on the game longer if they're playing against people of similar skill levels. The main people who complain about skill-based matchmaking are people who are in sweat lobbies, because then they have to play against people who are on their level. And to that, I say, I don't care. I don't fucking care, bruh. They want to come into the regular lobbies and dunk on us and drop 40, 50, 60 bombs so they can get clips for their stream. And it's looking like it's not working. And the funny part is we had data on it that suggested it wasn't going to work anyway. You guys remember X Defiant? X Defiant didn't have skill-based matchmaking. That was the whole selling point. What happened to that game? How did they not do market research on this? X Defiant died with the skill of it. Well, to be fair, and this is the funny thing about it, Moisture, They did do I think Activision did do market research on whether or not it works. But here's the thing. The Call of Duty content creators are a very loud, vocal minority. And because they have a large platform, they feel like probably the developers feel like they need to listen to the community. This is the irony of Black Ops 7 is this is the 1 year Call of Duty listened to the fan base. And yeah, they're agenda pushers. Exactly, Ethos. This is the 1 year they listen to their fan base and it's backfiring because now their sales are down. The numbers are down on the servers. They're losing player retention. And this is why I said these streamers are a detriment to the fucking community because they only judge games based off of their viewership. If they cannot get clips, if they cannot grow their audience and improve their viewership, they'll call the game trash or say nobody played it. And the only thing you should be worried about when it comes to art is whether or not you enjoy the art. They're so ingrained in the matrix, they don't know they're in the matrix, unfortunately. Yeah, if it can't make them money, bad game. If it can't get them a viral TikTok clip or some funny moment, bad game.
Much
I gotta sit down and watch a cutscene? Oh, hell no.
Stupid little girl.
And the worst part is
young folks onto finance.
Yeah, no problem, bro. I appreciate the super chat, big dog. Of course, we out here improving people and shit. The best part is too, we got more positive Battlefield 6 news. Battlefield 6 was cheater free in roughly 98% of the games at launch. Their anti-cheat is really working. EA and Battlefield Studios have announced that an extraordinary low number of Battlefield 6 games were ruined by cheaters in a recent blog. The post shared on Battlefield's Columns Twitter account broke down the performance of EA's kernel-level anti-cheat. Roughly 98% of online matches in the first week post-match were cheater-free in Battlefield 6. And I can attest to this. I'm going to be honest. Between the base game and RedSec, the BR, I think there's only been one game like we played like last week. That was the first time in the last 2 months where I felt like they were doing some sus shit. I genuinely feel, and this is why I haven't been raging on the game, I genuinely feel like I'd be losing because I just get outplayed. And I love that. I love that. Obviously, I don't like getting outplayed, but like their anti-cheat is really good. And this is part of the reason why Battlefield fans are enjoying the game. Now, I do think they need to nerf them tanks in RedSec because that's going to piss me the fuck off. But it's not a bunch of Zen users running around. So if you are sick of fucking Warzone, you might want to try Battlefield because the games are pretty fair. Battlefield doesn't have cheaters, Gerardo. What are you doing? It should have been 100% COD fans. You're never going to be able to stop it 100%, unfortunately. But yeah, they probably will say that. But as long as they're staying on top of it for the most part, that's the only thing that matters. Damn, all I've heard about is how Call of Duty's got so many cheaters. No kill cams, though, so you can't really tell. It's more about positioning. I feel like I don't be getting cheated. And it's funny, too. Not only are they stopping the cheaters, this is what they do to cheaters in Battlefield 6. This came across my timeline. So if you're not following, if you don't play Battlefield, what they do to cheaters in Battlefield 6 is they down you and then they revive you and they keep downing you. They just keep killing your ass. That's what they doing. Community ass beatings. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see, bro. It takes a village, man. It takes a village, bro. Yeah, send that nigga to the 9 circles of hell. That shit is fucking funny, bro. And then what else I got for you? Battlefield 6 is testing better footstep audio. Thank God, because this is another problem I do have with the game. Hit registration is short notice Battlefield Lab sessions. Battlefield 6 testing program, Battlefield Labs is back, this time for short notice tests that will focus on improvements like better footstep audio and hit registration. I think one of my big problems with Battlefield 6 right now is not just, especially in RedSec, is not the footsteps. You can't hear them half the time. And then also the tank audio. Not only do I feel like the tanks are OP in RedSec, but the tanks will be right behind you and they'll sneak up on you. You don't even hear them. The official Battlefield.com account laid out its plans for December 2nd's test on Twitter, writing that it will consist of a small 2-hour window from 4 to 6 p.m. PST. The test will be a preview of what players can expect from a December 9th Battlefield 6 update and will be conducted on the Conquest and Escalation versions of Eastwood and Operation Firestorm maps. The test is to gather feedback on combat improvements like footstep audio updates that improve distance perception, surface definition, and enemy audibility. Network and hit registration changes are also being tested that should result in more consistent interactions and better responsiveness during close quarters and high-intensity combat. Battlefield Studios also notes there will be broader adjustments across key combat systems. Yeah, I feel like there was one game where I had like some hit registration issues. It's not like X Defiant, but every once in a while I'd be like, I feel like I hit that shot, bro. I feel like I hit that shot. A tank rocket dead silence. That shit is annoying. So yeah, just know that they hear the community. They're listening. They're working on trying to improve it. Turn them footsteps up. We like that they are listening. This is why the player base is not dropping like on like Call of Duty. And then last but not least, we have another take from another large streamer who's gonna hook me up with some free views. We got Tim the Tap Man back on the show, proclaiming, aka one of the top, like I should make like a Photoshop image of like the console of ball and gun gamers, bro. He would definitely be on the the Jedi console when they're all sitting there in the movies, the Star Wars movies. He would definitely be in the console of ball and gun gamers. So we have another Jedi console ball and gun gamer here saying basically Marvel Rivals saved gaming, but I'm gonna let his words speak for himself.
L Rivals, W Arc, W Tim. Why don't you guys like Marvel? Yo, y'all are switching up, bro. Stop acting like Marvel didn't carry you from the end of last year to at least the middle of this year. There were 0 good games out. And
I half agree with that. One thing we're not going to do is we're not going to revise history. I don't play Marvel Rivals anymore because there were other games to play, and this is why I disagree with him. But one thing I will say about Marvel Rivals is it 100% did have a cultural moment. We were all on Marvel Rivals going crazy, grinding, and then a lot of us decided, this is getting a little too toxic. I'm over here throwing my keyboard, snapping my keyboard, throwing my mouse. I'm cussing everybody out. I'm on edge. It's just not worth it. But it was a fun game that had a cultural moment. Everybody was posting memes and stuff like that. So it did have a moment. But to go as far as to say there was nothing to play and it saved gaming? Now did your shoulder hurt for reaching? What the fuck are we talking about?
Marvel Rivals came out and it swept the nation. It swept.
That's true.
So stop trying to act like you don't mess with Marvel anymore.
We don't mess with it anymore because it ran its course. For me, it ran its course. I don't mess with it anymore. There's a lot of people that don't mess. Right now, I believe it's sitting at like 100,000 concurrent players a night. It has a good, healthy fan base. People are still playing the game. It's not dead, but a lot of people don't fuck with it anymore. It had its highs, like I said, because the game is just fucking stressful, or it ran its course for some people. They got tired of playing. They might have got busy. There's other games coming out. But to say it saved gaming, there was nothing to play, it held gaming down, that's just disingenuous. That's funny. There goes the meme right there. Niggas when a video game ain't got a ball or a gun in it. When did let's see, Marvel Rivals release date? Let's see. Because it came out. So it came out last month of 2024. It definitely had a moment. And to say that it held gaming down till the mid of this year is just it's disingenuous. Because off the top of my head, what came out in the first 6 months of 2025 was Split Fiction and Expedition 33. So you just didn't play any games. Yeah, Doom came out. Let's see, 2025 game releases. What came out after December of 2024? South of Midnight was playable. Yep. One of these websites fucking load. Thank you. So in January, let's see. I don't remember anything coming out in January. Ninja God in Black, the remake, but I don't know if you care about that. Yeah, YouTube, y'all better hit the like button. Y'all better hit the like button. Was it February we're thinking? Okay, February we had Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Okay, that's one. Avowed, whether you liked it or not, it did have a moment. That's two. Spectre Divide, Shroud's game came out this year. Holy shit, that game died fast as shit. Hey yo, my nigga Shroud, you need to stop talking about death to Expedition 33 and you need to go get your game. I thought this shit came out in 2024. Stop talking about don't play Expedition 33. You need to get somebody on them servers, bro. That's fucking crazy. Monster Hunter Wilds, that's 3. Split Fiction. Hey, we was on Fragpunk. Split Fiction, that's 4. I'm not gonna lie, I played Fragpunk. I liked it. It was 5. It had a moment. Battlefield Time. I'm getting on Where the Wind Meets for an hour after this, Siggy. That's 5 right there. Assassin's Creed Shadows, that's 6. Like, I've already named 6 games. And the first Berserker Kazaa, that's 7 in April. Sphinx and the Cursed Monkey, that's a classic. In April, Sath of Midnight, that's 8. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Y'all get the point, man. I could keep going. I could fucking keep going. I know Expedition 33 is in there somewhere. Oh yeah, Elden Ring, Night. Like there's like at least 10 games that came out in the first. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, bruh. Yes, Marvel Rivals 100% had a cultural moment, and it was a good game for the time. But to say there were 0 games to play just shows you don't know what you're talking about, man. And I'm curious, does anybody follow him? Does his audience agree? Do they agree with these? Yeah, Rematch had a moment too. Does his audience agree? Or they be like, bro, what are you talking about? Nah, I watch them and yes, you know they agree. Man, these ball and gun gamers, man, it just gets worse and worse with these fucking takes, bro. So respectfully, I disagree. There were plenty of games to play. Some of them had guns in them and balls on them. I don't know why they won't try them. For the people who watch him, y'all should type in his chat and be like, just give the list that I gave and be like, how come you didn't try any of these games? I think it's I think what's disappointing about like a lot of these larger streamers that give these terrible takes is like, it's such a blessing to be in a position where you can play games for a living. And instead of putting people on to culture, putting people on to dope shit, you just focus on your numbers. And like, there has to be a healthy balance, right? Like I do it, you know, I know for a fact when I respond to these dumbass takes, it gets more views than the average video that I upload on YouTube. So you got to find that balance. I get it. It's a business, but you also, you know, what about something for the soul? You know, that's all I'm saying. What about something for the soul? We should start pressing. We are pressing them. I'm responding to all dumb shit. Cause I'm gonna be honest. Any video I upload where I respond to these dumbass takes, it does better than average, bro. So on one hand, it's like, I hate that they do this shit because they have an impressionable audience. But on the other hand, I benefit from it. So whatever, bro. They ban you out your stream when you do that. I just think it's a blessing and you choose to, you're in such a blessed position and you choose to indulge in dumb shit. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. What are my thoughts on this? What's this, Cammy? What did you link? What the fuck am I looking at?
Freaky at Q69 God. Run for your life. Run for your life. Nigga.
I don't know who this streamer is, but what I do know is that nigga came out of her mouth very effortlessly. That nigga came out her mouth effortlessly. She said, oh my God. No. It doesn't bother me. I'm not shocked. We know they say it behind the fucking scenes, bruh. We know they say it. I'm not that type of... Did she issue her apology yet? Did she issue her fake apology yet? We know they fucking say this shit, man. Oh shit, she tried to act like she was shocked that came out her mouth. She seen that song all the goddamn time, bro. And the crazy part is, I bet you she ain't got no black friends. And if she do, they probably coons. They probably cool with that shit. Yeah, where the apology clip at? That's like, who like not like us, just curious. Oh, you say because it's Kendrick? Yeah, that's the irony too. I didn't even think of that, right? She doesn't even realize the irony of this song is like, it's about you. You're not like us and you're still singing the shit, bro. That song is not about you, shorty. Are you trying to make this argument that Drake fans would have understood that? Is that the stance you're taking, Kevin? Because I don't think they understand either. Reminds me of XQC saying the N-word. Now, if we start using their slurs, yeah, you know the rules is different for black folks. You know the rules is different, but like, I don't know. I'm at a point in my life where like none of this shit bothers me. We know what they say. We know what they think behind the scenes. That's why I said I'm gonna always be pro-black, bro. Smile on your face. Say some other shit behind your back.